Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Amma ba'da, habibullah. A question was asked from one of our young brothers. He says, I've been practicing for 5 years, and he asked me to make this public, not about him specifically, but of course to make this scenario public so that others could benefit. He said, I've been practicing for 5 years. I'm born Muslim, but only practicing for 5 years, but I still struggle with zina, that I still regularly fall into this major sin and I make tawbah. And then I end up falling right back into the sin. So what is your advice regarding this scenario? So first and foremost, ittaqullah mastata'tum. Fear Allah as much as you can. And that is upon the believer to fear Allah Azza wa Jal. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu wattaqullaha haqqa tuqatihi wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Oh, you believe, fear Allah, His full fear, fully having taqwa, and don't die except in a state of Islam. And so that is the wajib upon us. And as the scholars mentioned, and it's an obligation upon every sinner, every Muslim, to make tawbah, and to make tawbah immediately and not wait and procrastinate. That's the wajib. So that means some of the scholars even mentioned that if you are delaying the tawbah, then that's a double sin. It's a sin that you have done the sin, and secondly, it's another sin that you are delaying your tawbah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us all and guide us all, ameen. So really it comes down to also your understanding of tawbah ilallah azza wa jal. That tawbah ilallah tabarak wa ta'ala, that part of tawbah, as Imam An-Nawawi and others mention in detail, is that tawbah ilallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this involves feeling sorrow for what you did, seeking forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being determined not to return back to the sin, and stopping the sin. So that there are conditions for your tawbah, that you need to have those things in place. And what we find really, a lot of times we have the sorrow, we feel sorry, and that's, alhamdulillah, a good state, a symbol of that a person has iman, they have faith, even if it's weak. And they may have a partial desire. And that's the problem, because really the real azima means you really don't want to do the sin. But you know yourself, you haven't deleted your websites, you haven't deleted your girlfriend contacts, you haven't deleted, you still have your membership at the club, you get a discount to get in at the door. So you know yourself whether you are really ready to make tawbah. So I think people who suffer from chronic sin, if you will, that they have a continual ma'asi that they always deal with, you will have to come to a stage in your faith of when you really want to be serious about your Islam and serious about leaving that sin. Because that's what it comes down to. It comes down really your real determination. No one is forcing you to do zina. But your desires are high. You're probably not married. And the stimulus that you are bombarding yourself with, it could be pornography. It could be many other things. So you have not taken any steps to make your heart healthy. So you still have a desire for that sickness. You like it. You enjoy it. Obviously, it's not a painful thing. It's something that you actually find some ledha, find some enjoyment in, even if it's temporary. So you have to make sincere steps to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what your tawbah is, that you really want to leave that sin, that you don't want to continue that sin anymore. So my advice, and I can only go by the details that you mentioned, is that I would say that obviously you probably have a regular partner in this, is that if you have any seriousness about her, then tell her, hey, we can't do this anymore, and I'm a Muslim, and you can marry me. That's it. And you both make tawbah together and you marry. And hopefully that you guys have other compatible traits and so forth. That's one option. Another option is this, that you make the Toba and you leave off all those contacts or whatever, and you search out a righteous woman who's going to be good for you, and one that you're attracted, because you've been tainted. You've been tainted with those extra desires. So you might find a religious, nice woman, but she may not have those attributes, some of those things that you enjoy from the Jahiliyyah, or from the not the Jahiliyyah, but from the illegal sexual activities, if you will, that you were engaging in. So you need to find a combination. You need to find a woman that you're attracted to. She has those attributes that's going to help keep you calm and keep you under wraps. Likewise, that she is a good believer in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you don't want a fasika. You don't want a woman, she's banging in the body and all this other stuff. She's very beautiful and, really attracts you, but she is horrendous as far as her manners and as far as her Islam, or maybe she has no Islam, and maybe she hates Islam, and maybe she helps you destroy your own Islam. So you can't have that. You need a woman who's going to call you to good, but yet she has pleasurable attributes. She knows how to take care of you and to entice you in a good way, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's khayr azim. And so that is some of the advice that I can offer. We ask Allah the Almighty to accept our good and forgive our evil. Sallallahu alaihi wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad.